In this video, we will show you how to replace your intermediate emergency brake cable on the Chevy Silverado. This will be located along the driver's side frame of your vehicle. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. Safely make your way under the driver's side of the vehicle. Right along the outer portion of your frame, making its way rearward, is where you're going to find your intermediate cable. To start dislodging this, we're going to follow it all the way to the rear of the intermediate cable to its rearward adjustment point. In this area, we're going to de-adjust our adjustment nut as far as possible. In this case, you can actually fully remove it, and then we'll remove the cable from this bracket. For this, I'm just going to use some pliers right along this portion of the cable. 13 millimeter for the mounting nut. We're going to turn this counterclockwise to remove it. Now your new cable is going to come with a new bracket. For this, we're going to have to twist it and pull it out of place. On the inboard side, there's a couple of circular ports for this to slide out of. On the inboard side, we can see that we have two circular ports and a small area for the line to make its way through. So we're just going to go ahead and take that and we'll pull it away from that emergency brake cable. Now that cable does make its way forward, so we're following it all the way up to its next connection point. In this area, you're going to find that you have a metal locking clip holding the two cables together. Your new cable comes with the clip, so we're going to dislodge the entire clip from the front cable. For this, it's easiest if you hold that cable clip with some pliers. You can even use locking pliers if necessary. So I'm going to give this a little twist. And now we're paying attention along what would be considered the back side of this. We can see that it's a smooth surface, but it does have two U-shaped ports, and in the center of that U is a small locking tab. Use a small pocket screwdriver or even a small pick of some sort and gently pry that locking tab out and away. You don't need to go very far, just enough that it's not pressed inward towards where the cable would be located. Now let's look from the other side. Now along here is where the cable is going to slide in towards the center where this larger gap is. And then we should be able to pull the cable out and away and remove our intermediate cable. If that's stuck in place, you can try to separate these two tabs just enough that we can slide that cable out. Just a quick inspection of the cable to confirm it's not broken, frayed, or damaged in any way. And now we can remove our intermediate cable. Let's start pulling the cable out of place. We can see where it makes its way through the two ports on the frame here. Got it right on out of there. There it is, friend. Okay, friend, let's prepare for installation of our brand new intermediate cable. It comes with a brand new rearward bracket, so we're going to remove that. We can remove our 13 millimeter nut holding that in place. Slide that right off of the cable. We'll set it aside. We will be using that. Now let's start installing this cable, starting with the rearward end. That's going to go through the two ports in the frame here, making its way towards the back, but we'll pause back there and continue at the front. Let's get this in place with the forward cable. For that forward cable, we're going to slide it up into this slot here. Press it up in there as far as possible. Try not to get your glove stuck. Now the next thing we have to do is lock this down. We want to continue pulling the intermediate cable straight rearward so we can have the very tip of the forward cable into its locked position. If you were looking at the intermediate cable, you can see exactly where it should sit if it was in the locked position. After completing that, go ahead and give this a wiggle. We're confirming that it's properly secured and it cannot slide out of place. Now that we have the cable through there, let's continue on with our metal bracket. For this, we're going to come at an angle. We'll be sliding the cables through their circular ports, and then we should be able to roll this and lock it in. Now that we have the bracket on, let's continue on with that cable. We're going to slide the cable straight on through the center port. Now in this area, typically I like to use some anti-seize on the threaded portion where our mounting nut is going to go. That'll help the adjustment and removal process in the future. Let's try to hold this together. That completes the installation of the emergency brake cable. The next thing you need to do is make your adjustments. As far as the adjustment for your emergency brakes, you want to make sure you start at your rear brakes. You're going to have to disassemble the entire rear brakes till you get to the emergency brake shoes. Make your adjustment at that point, confirming that the shoes are properly adjusted, reinstall everything there, and then you're going to make your way back here for the last adjustment. This is where you would make the adjustment for your emergency brake grabs. To do that, go ahead and hold onto the cable right along this area and tighten or loosen your 13mm mounting nut. At this point, we've completely finished the installation. Go ahead and make your way into the passenger compartment and test the functionality. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.